have a shirt that says, Mombasa raised me, Nairobi pays me. You know, like I'm going to a gig, I didn't know there were Nigerians there, so I started playing like Nigerian amapiano. Tell me why nilikuwa narushiwa pesa hivi. The decks zilikuwa zimejaa mathao. Hata it wasn't a wedding. Walai.
Yo ni mimi baraka. Baraka za Mungu.
Because my first gig ever was a residency and I was being paid 7 G's a month. It's my first time being a passenger princess in this kind of setting, honestly. Like,
no, you're saying ever.
Okay, not ever. We have so many ways to make money, but you don't have avenues. We are not aware of the resources that we have to multiply our money.
So we are back with EP2, where we talk about beats and bags. But right before we get into it, I want to appreciate our travel partners, Auto Rentals. They came with the ride. So let's get it. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm telling you, I'm canceling this Uber.
2 stars. 2 stars.
And 0 stars on Yelp.
Hey girl.
How are you? How are you doing?
Safety fast.
Safety fast, by the way.
This episode was brought to you by Peer, the easiest way to pay for fuel, food, and everything in between. Fuel, paid, vibes, immaculate. We were cruising through the city and handling the bill with Peer. Skip the stress. Download the Peer app today.
Tuko na mrembo hapa, guys. Tuko na mrembo. Anajiita Mrs. DJ Ivy in the building. Let me tell you, this is the vibe curator, the DJ, the producer. She's the one who's like, how can I say, cultured this whole nightlife.
Oh, wow. Yes.
I could say, that's from my opinion, because girl, you're doing the thing.
I'm wearing many hats, baby.
Producer, kuna mwimbaji hapo.
Kidogo, alikuwa lakini akapotea, sauti ilipotea. Sauti
ilipotea. Like before you started this, because I know you started this like, is it like 11 years back, 2013?
Yeah, 2013.
So really
almost 11 years, yeah.
Damn!
Ulikuwa na ngapi kwa pocket?
Acha nikwambie.
Okay,
nilikuwa na 100 bob in my pocket. 60 ni fair?
Okay, fine. I have a 100 bob. 60 shillings ni fair? Ni fair.
But honestly though, I think I have an idea.
Yeah.
Not like an accurate number, but it was way less than 20k.
Or like when you actually started, this is like 11 years, because I know you said 11 years ago, but it kicked off for you during COVID.
Yeah, because I was a student, I was in campus. You know, ukiwa comrade, like you don't have anything.
So ilikuwa side hustle?
Ilikuwa side hustle, nisiombe wazazi, pocket money sana. You know, like you can only lie so much about foodstuffs.
Exactly.
Sina foodstuff. I need an extra watch. So yeah, I didn't have much, honestly, but then like as things picked up, honestly, even when I started in 2013, we weren't being paid much because my first gig ever was a residency and I was being paid 7 G's a month.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, a month?
A month. And that was something to me. But then now looking back,
you're like,
wow, that is outrageous. Yeah, you go and you're just given a soda at the time because they didn't even have budgets for, like a real hospitality rider where you can have maybe like an exclusive bottle or a meal or what. So you're gone.
Oh, there was no nini artist in it when I say artist package.
Yes, exactly. There's no artist package where it involves the technical and hospitality rider. You don't know. And then the guys who are giving you the opportunity to do it for free are making bank. And they're making money off you. So, but then eventually you get to learn how to navigate in the industry. But yes, so there was only one person who was so prominent, and it was such a struggle because now they would see a babe and they're like, what do you know? How do you know how to work the machines, So there's a lot of...
like was ruling the world.
And
And that makes so much sense because with your Strictly Silk and Sirens, I've seen, I think one of them is for women, like it's women empowered, right? Which I love. Which makes sense from now what you've just said.
Yeah, because like you don't want to be the oppressor.
So that's why you started that for that. To recognize more female DJs.
Yes.
Is it Sirens or it's Strictly Silk that's for women? I think it's Strictly Silk.
So Strictly Silk is I don't do it alone. I do it with a friend of mine called Jerry and another one called JP. No. Jerry Gitungo, and she's also a DJ, by the way. She goes by the name Ziggy.
Yeah.
She started it, and then I joined her later, where we only book women and queers and non-binary people.
Really?
Yes. And
that's not for Strictly.
Yeah, no, that's Strictly Silk. And we also...
The name now makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Strictly Silk. You know, it's easy. And even our audience is entirely that.
Yeah.
But then as for Sirens, we only book female DJs and non-binary DJs, but the crowd is open to everyone. The dance floor is open to everyone. Yeah. But at the end of the day, part of the girls. It's my first time being a passenger princess. In this kind of setting, honestly, like...
No, you're saying ever.
Ever. Okay, no, not ever.
Well, even on that note, like when it comes to, like when you get your first like really good, let's say like your first like million, because I'm sure you've already done that. 11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, did you have like an order of how you wanted things? Because I know most people will say they want to get a car first, then they want to get a crib. Like, what came for you first? Now you say you have a car, Cindy.
Yeah.
On your own, I'm God bless you.
No. So honestly, with my first, while I was working towards my first meal, I was not living like in the best house or whatever, like not the house I wanted. So like I was saving to plan accordingly to get the house I want, to get the appliances I want. And then now when I got my first meal, I started looking for the car I wanted. So it's after I got my first meal, I didn't overdo, because I was like, I know my first car is going to be close to a meal or just slightly over a meal.
So you got a house first?
I got, not that I didn't buy one.
Yeah.
Hey, like it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Well, but you have your own place, but
so I was saving like I was saving
the
towards,
honesty.
I was saving towards like the things I wanted in my house, like in my rented house.
Yeah.
But then also like I was being strategic as to where I was gonna get the house, and paying land rates. Africans, we're very pro having our own property.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I had
instead of investments.
Exactly.
Things I don't appreciate it. They put
exactly.
And I want to own these.
Yeah, because like you can own
sense?
and then it can depreciate and then like, you know. But yeah, so I paid some land rates. I bought some equipment that I wanted for myself.
Yeah.
To at least like even elevate my DJing career. Then later on is when I bought my car, and I wanted to buy it in cash, and that's what I did.
Peso cash! I do cash! Hey, we're sorry! But I love to hear that, especially like, that's where I want to be. I'm not yet there.
Yeah.
So when I hear like other people who are like, first of all, because you don't have like you're not employed anywhere. You're doing this on your own. You make this money on your own.
Yeah.
So I believe I can also make it.
Oh yeah, you can. You can.
That's good to hear. Man.
It is. It takes a lot of like discipline in your saving culture. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't put my money in any MMF or any financial institution for it to multiply. I just kept saving.
Now you can imagine if you did it without
exactly.
So
that's where you come
found
in.
out. You found out later.
Yeah.
Like I started using an MMF last year, and I was like, why didn't I know this before?
I know.
So when don't look at like a piggy bank.
That's in your mattress.
Because I was even gonna ask you that, and I was like, no, it makes sense, and I think like that was most of us. Financial literacy.
Yes, we don't have it. Like we have so many ways, so many avenues to make money, but you don't have avenues. We are not aware of the resources that we have to multiply our money.
Everyone be. So do you feel like creators should be more financial literate? Because even like for me, if it wasn't for my mom, I don't think I'd have known. Like I'd just be going with vibes and learning on the way.
I'm telling you, creatives are on such a very delicate spectrum, I would say.
Yeah.
You make money real fast and it seems like uko Illuminati. But then that money can also disappear as fast as you make it. Because especially if you don't have the financial literacy that we're talking about right now. So we are the people who should be at the forefront of educating ourselves on how we should save and how we should multiply, where we should invest. Yeah, so it's good for everyone.
But the money comes in depending on your craft. Like,
right.
If you're good at what you do, it will always like reflect in your pocket. It's not probably if you have that job where you're getting at least 30K a month. That's people who like now have the normal jobs. They won't understand why is this person making money. We or something like that. Because also them they're not like aware, and I don't blame them. That's why I don't get too angry and people like question things.
Yeah.
So it's good to like have these kind of conversations.
Yes. Being good at what you do is great, but it's not enough. You need to be well positioned.
Exactly.
You need to know who to talk to. You need to network.
Exactly.
And you also need to be very, very, very bold and delusional at the same time. Like, ujiaminie mpaka, watu washangae, how dare you? Wapite ile level ya how dare you, they say, and then they're like, you know what, this one, enyewe, mpatie ni yake.
It's like a saying that I know from a friend of mine. He said, closed mouths don't get
They
fed.
do not get fed.
You need to ongea paka someone looks at you like,
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to also get into. Like before I used to, it's called being shy. And I'm like, you should not be shy.
Oh yeah. Because I will tell you for sure, I was really, really shy before COVID. That's why I wasn't even doing the most. Like, yes, I would do just enough,
Yeah.
But then, during COVID, I was like, everybody has been put on a flat line. And I remember I didn't have the best phone. I didn't have the best speaker for, when I was going live. But then I decided, let me just go live. Let people see me and hear me out.
Oh, you're going live now?
Yes.
Because even when I was looking, like, you have some YouTube mixes.
Yeah. I started going live on Instagram.
Yes, I saw that one.
Yeah, shout out to him. He taught me how to DJ.
Shout out to you. Also one of your teachers.
Yeah. Taught me how to DJ. We come from the same hood in Mombasa. I have a t-shirt and I think I should brand it. I have a t-shirt that says Mombasa raised me, Nairobi pays me. So to respect. I don't shit where I eat.
Exactly.
I'm very, very aggressive when it comes to work. So I feel like that is what really, really helped me, because I would come, I would send emails, I would go to venues, I would prove myself.
And the number, someone even told me, the only worst thing you could tell the other is no.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Me at ukiniambia no, I'll ask you why.
Maybe before I used to even climb.
Like,
but
it hurts though.
But you see now, I had to build that like strong scar.
Tough skin.
It's like you feel bad, but you're like, I think when you make a name for yourself, as you're saying, like they will come.
Yeah, and sometimes like even making a name for yourself is as simple as asking someone why not when they tell you no.
Yeah.
Okay, you've told me no. Okay, fine, but tell me why so I know what to work on. They're like, hey, okay. So they're like, next time we might consider you. Then that next time might becomes we'll consider you. Then now you're finally considered. Then it's a journey.
And even like in that way you're saying, because at that time, like, were you solely, especially when you're starting out, depending on yourself, or you had like support?
I had never asked for my parents for help, not at all.
Really?
Never.
Did
But
they
the time
ever
was,
offer though?
They did. They did. Once in a while they would. My mom has always been so supportive.
Yeah.
My dad has always been supportive. But then by the time I left, because when I left Nairobi, I didn't involve my dad in the movement. So he was upset with me for a while. So I was like, you know what? Okay, now try and figure it out.
Yeah,
and I was like, bet I will.
So did that like mess up your relationship with them?
So it did for a bit.
Yeah.
But then, you know, with parents, once they see that you're actually succeeding in what you wanted to do, you're passionate, they're like, you know what, oops, pole basi. When you prove them wrong. And like, it was so fulfilling for me to see that happen eventually, because I didn't want to have a rough relationship with my parents. Like I've gone to a gig, and then I'm playing. I didn't know there were Nigerians there, so I started playing like Nigerian amapiano. Tell me why nilikuwa narushiwa pesa hivi.
For real, like the wedding.
Like the decks zilikuwa zimejaa mathao. It wasn't a wedding.
Walai.
Ilikuwa winning post ile ya zamani.
You're lying?
Decks zilijaa mathao hivi.
And no one was taking them?
No. Etiquette for the DJ. It's crazy. I went home with money in cash more than the money was going to be paid for that night, for the set.
Walai.
Walai.
Yo ni baraka. Baraka za Mungu.
And the tipping culture in Kenya is not as much, but when you get it, you really get it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Guys, that was Ivy Ameni Bamba and your lovely host Laura and Derry. Girl,
For sure.
that was lovely. Okay.